about it. Extra, extra, read here. Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, extra, long extra. We die hard!
And we're all adrift together. And we're all left. And we're all adrift together.
What's up, you people? Here we are, another Warframe extra content. To do that review of the Devstream 151, check out what's new on February, I think. So yeah, let's just go to it, not wasting any time. So yeah, let's skip this part. So I'm Lobo from WeDieHard.
Is this our first stream of the year?
It is. It is our first stream of the year. Well, your guys' first, not mine. Yours.
Oh, of course.
So
of course.
this is our first dev stream. So we do have a lot to go over. We have housekeeping. We have prizes.
So this is the beginning where everybody says hello. I'm Lobo from WeDieHard, the guy who's helping play so long, more than a decade now. And yeah, this is Rebecca, Steve, Jeff. If you saw dev streams, you already know who they are. So let's skip this part.
So I'm just gonna, actually before we do that, there's always a chance that this is someone's first dev stream they're watching. So why don't you quickly just introduce yourselves to our lovely community watching from Brazil, Finland. We're gonna talk about the next Prime Access, show you everything. Corpus Railjack.
That's actually our...
So this is everything that they are going to talk on this dev stream over here, okay? The update 30, that's the next update. Name and discussion, night wave intermission, Sevagoth revealed. Sevagoth is the new Warframe that's coming out with the update 30. Next Prime Access reveal, Corpus Railjack discussion, Deluxe Skin showcase, Zephyr Redux, stats days, Valentine's gear. So yeah, let's watch it.
Metal band.
Sevagoth.
That's our side project.
I was going to try to do one of those.
Yeah, I think that is why you like that name so much, Sheldon.
Double bass pedal.
Yeah.
Sevagoth. So Sevagoth, we're going to talk about deluxe skins. Zephyr Redux, so we'll talk a little bit about some changes coming with Zephyr. Stats is there, but why? Find out near the end of the stream. And
We don't even know.
You don't even know. I know. You guys don't. Don't worry about it. Just trust.
It's nap time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can have your nap then. But,
Log off time.
Yeah,
Okay. Good.
And then we're gonna, of course, talk about Stardays. But let's just let's start off with Stardays. Let's just get right into things. You know.
Okay.
So if you caught the promo we did for the stream, you may have noticed, actually, even in that very asset itself, what are these wings? What's going on with Ticker? Let's take a look. So first things first, if you were participating in the Knights of Nabrus event that we did with Daughter on Deimos in the Necrolisk, we are taking a turn now for this year's Valentine's Day seasonal content. We're actually going to be going to Fortuna this time. So we're going to be visiting Ticker to learn about Star Days, which is something that is very near and dear to Ticker's heart. So let's just jump right into it.
Over here.
All platforms will be participating in Star Days in a date that I'll reveal after we go through the details. So without further ado, we'll go visit Ticker.
Ticker. I don't
On
think
dev
about
build, right?
We are on the dev build. As you can see, there's a dev build above me. If things explode,
Some UI changes.
Yeah.
There's other things to work in progress.
oh, and we have a new Utico line. So it did a tiny pre-process, but nothing crazy. So we're in our familiar spot. Of course, we use the elevator because every time people forget that it's there. Actually,
This
there's a
works.
Yeah, we're not going there. All right. So as you can see, Ticker has, Ticker's talking to us. Ticker has some new decor, and Ticker will, of course, I'll be quiet.
It would not do to stand Ticker up on this, of all days, your big day.
So Ticker's very excited for Star Days.
Are all about the things that keep this planet spinning. Love, Stardust. Love in all its forms. The love of a planet for the stranger who turned their fortunes around. That would be you, Stardust. Give love away, and it multiplies. We rarely...
Okay, so one thing I'm seeing over here, you can buy the Ignis rates. That's really cool. You don't have to wait for the battle, the week that battle brings it. So that's cool. That's
really know what we mean to others. Ticker means to change that.
So Ticker is spreading all things love with Star Days with their own little store that has some new Valentine's gear or Star Days gear. So the top of the top, the newest thing is the Arrows Wings ephemera that you can get with a different variety of trading, of debt bonds rather. So every debt bond is represented in this store for you to kind of go through your supplies, get some new ones, whether it be from bounties or Ticker's wares. And you can just help yourself to some new season.
okay. I don't know if I want some wings, but
seasonal content. So if you want some glyphs, if you want a Ticker floof, which is of course a well-loved Star Days Ticker floof, a new color palette, some glyphs, and the Ignis Wraith will be making a return for those that don't have it in this little store for Ticker, and of course the Snipetron as well. So if you did miss that, this
Just
is...
for fun, here's the Snipetron.
Just for fun, here's the
Nothing says love like
Snipetron.
Snipetron.
You got to bring it back, you know.
You're coming through the heart with it, I guess. Is the
Yeah,
connection.
you can snipe
Yeah.
through the heart. And then, of course, the arrow skin is back as well. And there's lots to hear from Ticker as Ticker chats to you through their little store there. So I don't want to spoil too much of the line. So I actually just exited out of it really quickly so that you would all get opportunity to hear it for real. But let's take a look at the ephemera in a little more detail. So
Oh, cool.
people can get a
over
feel
here,
for what's coming.
Pre-loved and second-hand.
It's really subtle, as I
Treasures
recall.
that deserve a second chance.
Do you recall that to be the case, Steve?
This is like
Totally
red art
subtle.
direction for this one.
That was totally chill, subtle, barely notice it. Transparent in the lore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. First things first, it is an ephemera, so it can pair with signed Annas quite nicely, which is combos that Fashion Frame inclined Tenno will feel free to explore. But it also color customizes, so it picks up from your attachment color channels. So as you can see with this particular look, this Trinity look has purple wings with a little bit of the white top, and they do go transparent in combat. So in the event that you wear this in a mission, once the enemies are ramping up and attacking you, they will slightly fade out so that you can, shoot aim down sights and stuff. But you can look forward to color customizing these wings, wearing them with, any Warframe you want to throw them on with ephemera, and yeah.
okay, that I don't know. I'm not an angel.
So that's going to be something you can earn.
Yeah, those are pretty damn cool.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, yeah. I love it.
And they do move. So, and of course, whatever animation you choose to wear them with is up to you. But at the end of the day, all Tenno will be able to access this particular set of seasonal gear with the Star Days, which I suppose I should give you a little date on, which will start February. We're thinking February 11th on all platforms. But
okay.
it's
So Ticker
occurred to
comes on
me
11.
That there you go. So February 11th, all platforms. You'll be able to access this little mini seasonal content. So really look forward
That's
to
awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
that. Yeah.
Sheldon, do the wings
Valentine's
freak you out?
starts in the hour.
Yeah, you don't like
11.
birds,
Okay.
Sheldon.
You're like, you have like a...
blood.
Yeah.
Safe and
Yeah.
sound.
I cringed a little. Like you.
You're
probably
okay
saw,
a little?
I had a little.
Like a
I
reflex?
looked away. I took a deep breath. I in through nose, out through mouth, and it's fine.
Hey.
Exposure therapy.
Yeah.
Exposure therapy. There you go.
Some people
Oh.
want to see Grendel rib.
On Grendel?
Oh, on Grendel.
Oh, I
That
have a
sounds
pre-processed Grendel. Can you cover
Oh.
for me while I?
Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
can you cover?
Yeah,
Question
Jeff's
from
gonna make.
Pat.
Okay, take
Oh,
some
we can
questions.
take that. Yeah, sure.
do
Okay,
you
let's
do?
see.
Give me Ghoul Saw.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Great, okay,
Stay
I'll-
tuned.
Okay. All right.
It's a good
Cool
question.
stuff.
I think.
Segue for after.
Okay. I have some animations here, Jeff, of
Was
the
that
ghoul saw.
unplanned?
What's
No,
what's
it was.
going on?
That
I
was
saw it
good.
go by.
Okay, so this is a new melee, very big new melee, as we can see.
Well, there you go. Ask and you shall receive.
Let's talk Ghoulsaw then. What's this all about?
Christ.
It's been 84 years.
So what is it, Jeff? Tell.
It's the new melee weapon that the one Grenier Ghoul had. When did we say we would get this in the game? What, 2-3 years ago?
Didn't we retire that guy already?
He's still
He's
around.
still in the game.
He's still in the
He's
game.
still around. Yeah, so we're finally getting this new melee type into the game. It's
So
pretty close. So this should come. When is this coming? Is it coming?
Next
I don't know.
update.
It's very close. It's ready to go.
You ride it?
So
Can you ride it? Great question, Scott. Great question. Jeff, can you ride it?
I guess we can now. We'll have to make sure it's a part of the combo.
Well, is that a commitment?
K-Drive.
I don't know. Is that?
Oh, I love it. Yes, Jeff. Yes.
I didn't want to ask, but since Scott did, I really think that'd be awesome.
Yeah. It needs to be like a K-Drive.
We got a K-Drive skin?
I don't know if that would work, but basically what we've shown here on Loop are 4 of the combo movements in here. So if you know your Warframe combos,
It's a
you'll see-
unicycle, right?
Is it a unicycle?
That's how the ghoul guy uses
You
it.
guys are incredible. I thought you were going to be
Yeah,
so
we know.
prepared
That's
about
why
that.
I know.
Melee combos.
I mean, it looks awesome. It looks awesome.
Inch and a mile problem, I guess.
Inch and mile problem. Well, we did say
If you do a exclamation point unicycle in the chat, then Jeff will know to do it.
Yeah,
Vote for it.
I will know.
It kind of looks like a unicycle.
That's I will know.
We'll be counting them very accurately.
Jeff, the Grendel pre-process just finished, so I can save you.
Oh, thank you, Rob.
There you go. Who wanted Grendel with the wings? There you have it. He looks
Oh,
great.
yeah.
I think it looks awesome.
Actually, it looks pretty good.
He's a trap changer.
Are we kind of getting like little Genshin impacty almost? Like it's sort of
It's close. It's close. Yeah.
Phoenix
It's
Rising feel or something. It's really cool.
I probably should have verified this before I put it on the stream, but the wings are staying. Like, they're not like a temporary cosmetic. They are, once you've earned them, they're there to keep. So we're not going to be removing them after the star days is over on February 24th. No, they will be included, so you can keep wearing them.
Yeah, you can keep them after. It's not one of those and it's cool. Let me talk a little bit. It's cool because it's an ephemera, so you can also have your Sindana and the wings. I'm not gonna wear those big wings because I'm not kind of an angel kind of dude, and why have wings if we don't kind of? I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna get them so I can show it, but I'm not gonna use them because if I cannot fly, I don't want to win. But okay, let's go. Let's
Be awesome.
Chat, I love you. I love chat. Just for the record, I love you guys.
I see what's happening, and immediately
let's skip it.
Chaos.
I just know what you've done. If you already have this, you'll get creds in its place that you can
Okay,
use in the
so-
cred offerings.
This is the new Nightwave. We already did it yesterday, so yeah, let's skip this part too. We don't need this part.
Like, well, what about what's after intermission? And he gave me an answer, so why don't you just give me the same one from then?
Well, I think in keeping with our goals that we sort of started late last year of just really focusing on clearing out the backlog of promises we made to our players, I think the next Nightwave will be dramatically simpler.
Yep.
Have cool rewards, have really cool things to collect and earn, but the narrative focus clearly needs to go on the new war and the Deveri to follow. So you're going to see a much simpler Nightwave to follow this particular intermission anyway.
All right. I think that's a longer version of the answer you gave me, but it's a great answer nonetheless. I
Much
appreciate
more
it.
polite than when I said to you.
It is also significantly more polite. But that's okay. That's what happens. That's what happens. I did see some people in chat noticing the UI colors, which I'm just going to use as a little segue.
That's cool.
That this is a special new UI customization coming with a very special new deluxe set.
Oh, you're early in the hour for that, Rob.
Oh,
You have
okay.
to buy this.
Okay, we'll wait till the
No,
end.
it's
Sorry.
okay.
No, it's fine. Well, fine. I can.
It's fine.
No,
Talk
no,
about- we can come back to it if there's a chance.
No.
Oh,
Did that actually happen? Oh, okay.
What?
No.
Sorry. No, I'm just quiet. I'm not saying anything. No, sorry.
Chat's getting excited. It's fine. We also have, like I mentioned in the agenda, we do have some lunar renewal content coming for the global Warframe build mid-February. So you can look forward to some Lunar New Year content later in February as well. So
I thought that's the Lunaro.
Lunaro? It's
So that's
one
a bit of
letter
a-
off.
It's hard to say.
Did
Lunar New Year.
all our players went, what?
What?
Tomorrow revival?
No. So last year we had the little Paubers glyph. So this year you can look forward to some other things for Year of the Ox. And then, like I mentioned, Nightwave Intermission 3 launches on Monday, February 1st.
Yeah, we already did
so
it.
you have quite a bit in February as it stands. We have Intermission.
Wow.
We have Star Days. We have some lunar renewal content. Not Lunaro content, although that is pretty good.
Oh,
2022.
2022.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
All right. Well, there's something else coming in February too that it might be the time to talk about. I did say in the agenda that we are going to be looking at the next Prime Access. And it's true that the next Prime Access is coming. Oh, we lost
Well,
Scott.
see ya.
Scott's too hyped. He
Yeah,
got
yeah.
so excited for this. He
Well, I
pressed
think he's off to make some
checked.
Lunaro levels.
Yeah. Scott's
He's-
making Lunaro.
Making Lunaro levels.
I'm gonna do one right now.
Do you guys
what
remember
happened?
earlier this week, Scott was bragging about his new internet speed?
Oh,
Hey.
He's actually like posting
He's
this.
posting
Actually-
pictures of
Posting
his
pictures of
speed
his
to make
speed.
us
Literally,
all
he
feel
was.
crappy.
He's
Yeah.
posting
And now he
speed
can't. Now there's no video even.
Yeah, Scott, this new
no.
what happened, Scott?
Discord crashed. It's
Are you
Johnny
sure?
Software.
Oh, it's Discord.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Are you
It
sure that's what
crashed.
happened?
Yes.
All right. Well, we do
I
have the
think.
Prime Access coming out all platforms February 23rd. Any guesses in chat? Has anyone been watching chat for some guesses? Anything look right so
I
far?
can only say I've seen it 100 times.
So you're saying chat knows.
Same channels.
All right. I'm just getting things lined up here to reveal the Golden Girl herself. I think you'll be quite pleased as a as a fan of the interesting musical Warframe. Oh, okay. I see a lot of Octavia. Do you think that's right or no?
Well, we know.
Do you think it's right? What do you think?
Yes.
All right.
Jeff had to say it for us.
All right. Let's take a look then,
Here she comes.
shall we?
Oh,
Octavia
cool.
Prime is coming all platforms February 23rd. So
Really
Octavia Prime is coming with the Tenora Prime and the Pandero Prime. She is absolutely stunning. She has beautiful golden hoop earrings. She's got auxiliary cords as a ponytail. The front of her chassis is a Shazin with beautiful strings going
Chassis.
down.
Yeah, it's-
Chassis.
Look at that.
Her chassis.
Is that not the right word?
No, it's a word.
Systems, chassis.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What are some of the inspirations for Octavia Prime, Jeff?
You were pretty hyped when I told you. It's actually Ray who built her. He went for the Rhythm Nation, Janet Jackson kind of vibe.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We are a part of the...
No.
Yes!
Singing Street.
No.
Yeah, let me get some better lighting going on for everyone here so that there can be some
Okay,
some
let's skip
joyful-
a little bit.
Octavia just puts you in a good mood. Like,
absolutely.
It's the dancing.
Serenadine signed on it.
yeah, of course.
So this is the Serenadine?
Serenity. Yeah, I get it. That's cool.
I can't read. And as
That
well,
was tough.
Oh,
yeah, no one noticed, right? We're
Super
good.
elaborate.
that is very elaborate and like, wow,
Yes. So this is-
layers.
Yes. So Octavia Prime, Octavia users with your Manticords, whatever it may be. We also have a new Manticord sound pack coming as well, which has a bit more of a hip hop inspiration to it. So you'll be getting the Shazin with the harp if you support the Prime Access, and then there is another sound pack coming as well for Octavia. So there you have it.
Beautiful.
The maestro herself is coming to Warframe all platforms February 23rd.
Yeah.
Awesome.
21st,
Are
okay.
you going to do a Degent Manticord, Steve?
Oh, man,
That'd be
that'd be
awesome.
so good.
That would be really cool.
Drop C, let's do it.
Yeah. People are saying I need that Prime guitar. Well, it's coming February 23rd, so good on ya if you can get it. But let's do another platinum prize in the meantime. We are going to do 1,000 platinum.
Here we go.
And I'll show you the armor set in just a second. I just needed to switch a few things. We have a winner, but I don't know if Sheldon feels up for...
Oh, this is... Oh dear me.
Oh dear.
How do they...
So this is the new Warframe.
What
We
is
had
that?
like we were done until the Kool-Aid Man busted through the wall.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Do you think people connected the dots?
Oh,
I think they did now.
They did now.
All right.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise. All right, let's just jump right into Sevagoth then. What could Sevagoth be? I wonder.
What did they say? Let's see.
I think it looks great. I was imagining those shooting and stuff. I was in my own little fantasy world, like it's you know. I was
Design on the
picturing
fly.
the Janet Jackson and then
It's kind of cool.
fireworks flying out. And, yeah, it's really rad. I like it a lot.
Cosmic background radiation is a riot.
You're just having some imaginary times over there, Steve.
Yep.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so I'm just going to take a quick look at everything we've covered so far. We are yet to go into Codename Wraith and take a look at that gameplay, but that's still coming up. We're going to talk about... I'm actually going to
the
check...
name at the beginning of
What's
the
the
stream.
name?
Do you think people connected the dots?
Oh,
They did now.
They did now.
All right.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise. All right, let's just jump right into Sevagoth then. What could Sevagoth be? I wonder. All right, I'm just going to load up into a mission, and then we can go all things Sevagoth.
Yep. Dev build, lots of work in progress.
Yep, keep that in mind. We're showing you classic dev build, so here we go.
Yep.
Okay.
And all right, we're flying into a mission to take a look at Sevagoth. Chad's figured it out, so very smart. Oh my god. I just had a pre-processing notification of like Oro Fuse X, which is a Ayatan statue, so I know there's an Ayatan in this level somewhere now.
Oh, so that's it. You have to find it.
You gotta
Oh my
find
God.
it. Yep.
But before I do that,
Bring over.
Before let's talk about the friend. Yeah.
let's talk about Sevagoth. Scott, why don't you? The floor is yours.
I'm talking.
So there's gonna be a way that you can know that's a Ayatan sculpture. That's cool.
About it.
About Sevagoth.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, this is kind of interesting.
You gonna demo?
Scott's on delay, so
I'm like
Yeah.
huge delayed here. Like you're still loading on for me.
Oh no. Okay.
Kind of looks like a peckerwood. You know,
Okay. Well, we'll take a look. All right.
The high
You
speed
can.
internet you got.
Yeah, great internet, Scott.
Don't you judge.
come back to that.
Well, okay, so Sevagoth is the official name reveal for Codename Wraith. Codename Wraith has been discussed, on streams before if you caught it at last year's art panel. We also, of course, have been showing it in promotion for this stream. But Sevagoth is here, and we're going to do a full gameplay demo here today. Sevagoth's kit theme, it's actually a mix of some older ideas from the Liger, who a lot of you know within the community, and then Scott has been working really hard on how to unify everything for a release in Warframe. So I'll
By listening to a lot of 70s,
Yeah.
prog metal.
Jeff says I Kool-Aid Man the design.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
What
We
is
had
that?
we were done until the
It's
Kool-Aid
the
Man
woodpecker.
busted through the wall.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Apparently.
They added a second Warframe to the.
Oh hey.
design.
Hey, that's a spoiler, Jeff!
Oh, God.
All right,
We're
so
terrible at this.
Reb, can you switch to your secondary? There's a broken IK
I
issue going
actually
on.
can't. So thanks for asking, but I can't.
Oh.
You didn't equip one to show off
Yeah,
the
but
cool
this is
animations?
Actually, maybe I can. Anything is possible with the dev build.
Oh yeah, you can give item.
There you go. Oh no! I made a mistake because I have a glaive on. But actually, maybe that's fine. Anyway, I have first things first. Chat should notice on the bottom right that there is a UI element for Sevagoth that is some type of meter, which we'll be explaining with all Sevagoth's powers. So the first of Sevagoth's powers is Reap. Reap releases something that seems to be pretty responsive. to where I'm aiming. But we'll take a closer look at what this is once we get some enemies in front of us. And then there's So, which we'll take a look at. And then, of course, Gloom. Very Sevagoth edge here. And then the ultimate we're going to wait to use. But ultimately, when it comes to Sevagoth, these 3 powers combined, Reap, So, Gloom, are going to build up that meter at the bottom right. So if you're taking a look... Oh, it's really loud? Oh, okay, let me...
Super loud, everyone's saying.
Okay, let me turn that down a bit. Okay, so
People
we're going
like
to
the
take...
sounds, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at. I love the visual effects too. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff.
All right. Let's take a look at all of this in action against some enemies. So like I said, between Reap, So, and Gloom together, we're going to be building up that meter. So we've cast Gloom. Enemies in the AoE, not only will they be giving life steal, but they're also going slower. When I cast So, my
Not
second...
enemies getting lifesteal. Your allies in range get lifesteal.
We're stealing their life.
Cool.
Nice.
When I cast So, enemies in range kind of get covered in darkness. They take some damage. When we cast Reap...
Life drain over time.
We got it.
Yeah.
All right, let's cast Reap on an enemy here, Scott. So I'm casting Reap. Something is coming out of Sevagoth, going to where I'm aiming, dealing damage, flying around.
Yeah, so it does... Whoa. What am I hearing?
What's going on?
What is that?
Sheldon's joke is falling flat. That's what it is.
We're gonna get DMCA'd. Get out of here.
I pulled it off quick. I pulled it off quick.
Ready for a capsule.
So
Right.
when you cast Reap, it shadow form flies out and does damage. It also debuffs the enemies, making them take more damage after.
All right. We got some damaging. We're sending loose the shadow. Wherever we aim down sights, that's where the shadow goes.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so you can either just fire it and forget, or you can aim it if you're like, oh, I missed the cast and I fired it in the wrong spot. You can just aim with your weapon and redirect it.
That's cool. You can redirect the power.
Yeah,
That's
look
good.
at that. That's fun.
All right. So I'm just getting some enemies in my Gloom. I have my Reap. I am going to Reap what I sow. So it's a little bit of a combo there between the 2 and the 1, as you can imagine with the naming. So we do some damage.
Yeah, so with the you're basically putting a lifesteal debuff or life drain on nearby enemies, and then if you Reap them, it does an AoE combo with the 2 based on the amount of damage or amount of health that's left on the enemy. So the combo does quite a lot of damage together.
Exactly. And for those noticing, my meter is basically full at this point, so I think it's time I cast my ultimate. Would we agree?
So all the 3 base powers, basically killing with them or using them builds up the 4th ultimate ability meter.
Yes. So it's time to let out Sevagoth's shadow. So as you can see, Sevagoth remains behind. The shadow is unleashed.
So the cool thing about that, the cool thing about that though, is you can like cast Gloom, which is basically a energy over time ability, and leave it running while you jump into your shadow form.
And shadow form also has 3 powers. So the first power is a cone that summons enemies in place to where you cast it from, so you can bring them in within range of Sevagoth's shadow melee. So your claws can be used as you suck enemies in. Claw, claw, claw.
Yeah. So it ragdolls the enemies and brings them within melee range really easily. So it sets it up for the base attack of the shadow.
And there's the second ability with Sevagoth Shadow as well. So when I find an enemy, press my 2, you charge through them and you launch out their soul. Now what happens there, Scott?
So you're basically doing healing to your shadow form, and you're also doing like a faction change on the enemy, so they'll be confused until their soul returns to their body, or if they're dead, then they're dead. But it does a pretty good amount of damage, and then it also basically does like a radiation proc on them.
And then last but not least, there is Sevagoth's third, which is Whale for now, which does an AoE similar to
Yeah, this is a similar debuff as Reap does. So it's a increased damage. All enemies affected basically are debuffed and take increased damage.
Exactly. And ultimately, at any point in time, if you want to switch back to Sevagoth, you just press 4 again, and then you can build your meter up again to get Sevagoth Shadow out. So the more you cast, the more you build. Oh, we got some sentience.
Release your shadow.
Yes.
30-second warning.
Cool.
Yes.
And I can see a bit of is that pre-processing hitching?
Yeah, any hitches are pre-processing because the sentience just showed up.
Right, because we're using
randomly.
We're using a dev build.
Dev build's gonna dev build.
Yeah, dev build. We'll have that, but you won't.
Yeah.
So could we I'm just trying to think about the extent of the Russian doll that we can do in Warframe with this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The operative has just made
We had a
their first
necromac.
discovery.
Yes.
Yep.
And an operator,
Yes.
right? With Sevagoth.
Go to
Like we could
extraction.
potentially, go quite far.
No.
How much further should we go, Steve?
I don't know. Is there a limit?
No.
Is this like in
Just a new power set. Yeah, it's awesome.
To save us from ourselves, I believe when you cast into your Star Spoiler Child, you are basically turning off your shadow form.
Yeah, right.
So we try to save ourselves some grief with all the different layers. The different.
I honestly have to say I didn't know exactly where you were going because you said the third power was called whale, and I know whale is like a thing that but I was thinking about a whale, and I thought a whale was gonna come up. I'm like, oh, a whale's gonna.
God.
It's happening.
A little Kojima moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope, not quite.
That's the next frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so that's really cool. The fourth ability have abilities of their own, and I think that's the first Warframe that we can see that. So, yeah, that's really cool. An ability with abilities. So, kind of, you have to think that you have to know all seven abilities of the Warframe. So.
All right, so
Whale Ultimate.
Keep that on.
I don't think so. So Sevagoth is coming as part of Update 30. Sevagoth will be releasing as a frame in Update 30. Sevagoth's coming with a quest, which I have a little piece of concept art for
new
that I'm
quest,
wondering,
okay.
Steve, if you want to talk a little bit about.
Okay.
Juicy.
So I'm super on delay, so I'm not sure.
Oh, I haven't put it up yet. I'm just making sure that you're cool if I post the concept art.
Yeah, I mean it's a mild spoiler, but it's not a super spoiler. But,
Okay.
Yeah, so the Update 30 is coming with a quest for Sevagoth, and because we want to make sure our updates are more thematically connected, so you can see there's a bit of a nautical theme with this quest, and a bit of the kind of Davy Jones or Flying Dutchman kind of flavor.
Cool.
And
Pirates.
not to go into the story too much, but some of the stuff that we haven't really paid off yet, void storms and how Sevagoth relates to this and stuff is kind of the central point.
Okay, there's a new quest in
to get 'em.
the update 30.
Awesome.
That's cool.
So speaking of Update 30 of this quest, why don't we just talk a little bit about what Update 30 is called? The name.
We skipped the passive.
Oh!
Which I saw in chat one by, yeah. So
Well,
the passive is basically you can use your shadow form to revive yourself. So when you die as Sevagoth, your shadow form is released, and then you can harvest souls in order to revive yourself.
Oh, that's cool.
Amazing.
Cool. That is
And
super
that,
cool.
that will be coming with a little bit of art as well to show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lager had a
there's-
cool idea for
there's-
like a tombstone.
Yeah.
That's kind of
There,
like
I don't know if did we get the art for it or not. It was really close to being
pretty close.
in and done,
Yeah.
but we were just short, so it was focused on the things
Yep.
that we were able to show.
Yeah, it's very close.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So so with Sevagoth, with this sort of Davy Jones situation that, or Flying Dutchman, my mistake, situation that Steve was talking about, all things
Both.
considered. Both? Is that what you said?
It's a bit of both.
It's a bit of both.
Flying Davy Jones.
Yeah, we are kind of putting all of this together in Update 30, which we are calling, drumroll please,
The Peckerwood.
Call of the Tempestari.
Call of the
So,
Peckerwood.
update
Okay.
30. Call of the Tempestari.
Call of
This
the
is
Tempestari.
What are the Tempestari? What is the call of the Tempestari?
Tempestari.
Perhaps we'll find out in,
Tempestari.
not now, I don't
Tempestari.
think, Steve, but
Well,
No.
you'll find out when update 30
When it shows up.
yes, very
But
true.
now you won't.
This is so metal. It's out of control. Call of the Sorry, Sevagoth. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, Void Storms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think that's.
So, I mean, come on.
yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
Reaping and sowing.
Yeah,
Reaping,
reaping,
sowing, Tempestari. Yeah, so update 30
Real.
has a quest for Sevagoth. It has Corpus Railjack as well. So this is something that we are going to discuss today. But basically, we're not going to show anything specific for today just because it's not just Corpus Railjack that's coming. We're doing another Railjack revisit. So not only are we adding the Corpus Railjack content, so you have the Proxima regions for the Corpus, and of course you'll have Corpus enemies, Corpus
Railjack,
GOIs,
yeah.
a lot of things you saw last Devstream. We're also including a revisit, so if you caught
And then the void storm mechanic as well, and
A revisit.
it's a
capital ship
revisit.
attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, like Void Storms are coming, and also Orphix Venom, Scott. That is something that has a place.
Yeah. So the thing with the Corpus Railjack is we're integrating more core Warframe, I think, into the middle of the Railjack missions. So it's not just go off and play a Railjack on an island. There's core missions that are associated with the Corpus Railjack update as well. So there's the Orphix Venom game mode being integrated. So you'll fly a Railjack onto a capital ship and then play the mission. And then there is 2 other modes that are in development as well. So we're trying to bring
2 more new modes.
2 more new modes.
Yeah.
Plus we support, I think, up to 8 of the existing modes as well. On whether or not we ship with those hooked up or not, but we do support them. So the idea is to kind of start meshing Railjack more with the core of the game. So it's not just go off and play Railjack for 30 or 40 minutes playing a flight sim. It's play it for 5 to 10 minutes and then go play core Warframe in a game mode and then extract. And that's how the mission structure works. So I think it's more taking the islands that we've created and mashing them together.
Yep.
That
And
sounds great.
and the
At least
revisit.
that's what I think we're doing.
Yeah, that's absolutely what we're doing, and I think there are. We don't want to just say it's Corpus Railjack filling in the blanks where the Grenier, swap Grenier for Corpus Railjack. We want to address maybe do a bit of surgery to the systems that are there, and fix problems with the power fantasy, fix how drawn out things can be, improve the rewards, and potentially simplify a lot of how it functions. So that's why it's a little bit of a mess on dev right now, and that's why we're not showing you much today. but
Surgery with a chainsaw.
Yeah,
Those are,
so-
we're
Yes, with the
gently
ghoul
chainsawing.
chainsaw, yeah.
The ghoul chainsaw.
Yeah, on a
The
unicycle.
unicycle.
Yeah, and I
No.
think, like, connecting all that together, one of the biggest things that we have seen and observed regularly is Railjack's how accessible it is. So we're actually, if you recognize where I am right now, we're in the Saturn relay. So you probably remember when we launched these relays, and we're actually doing a bit of relay chainsaw construction as well, just to give more of a platform to Railjack. So the second floor of our OG relays haven't had construction in a while, but in this case, we're doing renovations. So this is a work in progress dev build, so keep it in
We
mind.
need like an excuse our dust.
Excuse our dust.
That's
But there will be a dry dock in the relays. So this
Yeah.
is something that you can look forward to in the event that you do not have a clan. There will be some functionality here for you. And if you do have your clan and you have your dry dock, rest assured that's
We're gonna take care of you. Yeah.
We'll take care of you.
Oh, new
Yeah,
dry
we will
dock
for sure.
stuff. Cool.
So yeah, so this will give
That's cool. That's
That's
awesome
cool.
having them in there. Like it just feels right.
Yeah, it does. And I think when you look at statistically, Ghost clans really are the most common, so for people that do want to squad up, it's hard to find parties to recruit with. So now you could just be on the dry dock. Someone will say, hey, you want to come with me on my mission? It just is more organic recruiting. There will be people there that you may never have met before that can simply come aboard your Railjack and go out on your missions with you. So we have it integrated into the Saturn relay or the second tier relay for progression, so that you won't, necessarily be introduced to this raid on Earth, but just a touch further in your progression of Warframe. So yeah. All right.
Yeah, so if there's anything about Railjack that kind of like chaps your ass and you hate and you think we should address, chaps your ass.
Chaps your ass?
Chaps your ass. It makes you mad.
I think you need a chafe.
Chafe?
Chafes your ass.
Chaps is
chapstick.
Chaps are what you wear.
But they're chapstick.
The village people.
wear chaps.
That's village people.
Anyway,
Chafing is what happens when it rubs together too much.
Chafing is
if it chafes your ass.
A lot of rubbing and chafing.
Yeah. And this is why we're doing one stream a month, because the ass chapping is too much.
Pent up.
Please message Sheldon on his Twitter account. He
I don't even use it anymore. It's fine.
No, hit us up and let us know. And we are looking at all the systems and all of how the gear interacts, how the avionics, how everything kind of fits together. So if there's things that you think we can improve, please let us know, and we are looking at it.
Yeah, it's again, this is all a part of that update 30 effort. It's not just Corpus Railjack, it's all these things. And there's also, not necessarily with the update, but I saw the dry dock is in the dojo. Just on the topic of the dojo, we have some pretty nice quality of life stuff coming to dojo as well. So if you are a fan of the architecture or what have you, we are removing the clan hall ranking order from building requirements. Some of you might already know some of this, but just giving it a bigger platform here. We are allowing you to preview decorations options. So similar to the polychrome preview colors, you will be able to do a preview decorations view. We're adjusting, finally, the research in the Orican lab and the chem lab to display 100% completion without event-specific recipes. So if you've kind of been perturbed by the solar rail construction message not letting you get 100%, this will address that. And of course, we're giving you more skyboxes for the open space room. So if you want to play around with the visuals in that room, that's all coming as well as we continue to work on the dojo QOL. So those are some things that you can look forward to as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to issue a retraction. Scott for chaps my ass. Urban Dictionary confirms that he is correct. And
you can chop your own ass.
You can be chapped.
If you're looking to.
And we're very sorry, and we'd like to issue a retraction.
So Scott was right.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was right.
Scott was
apparently you can frost your balls too. So.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. One fun thing to show, I know I said this was a work in progress. This is the concept art showing the relay expansion, what it will look like once it's finished. So this is from our concept artists, and our environment art team are working to make this so. So that's a little something coming for those top levels of the relay.
And I think when Scott said, we'll take care of you or whatever, you're gonna see, I suppose we'll be doing a workshop that lays out this, but you're gonna see a dramatic reduction in some of the mistakes we made with grinding for Railjack and making it out of reach for players, making it feel like a wall to some that play solo. All of those things are things that we're hoping to, maybe not in update 30 all of them correct, but that's certainly a big direction for us for this particular update, is to right some of those wrongs and simplify things and clean them up and tie them to the rest of the game better.
Yes.
And if we do that and you lost out on some grind, we will be doing our best to make sure that you at least have some kind of token rewards so that you can say, I was there when, at the very least.
Yes.
For sure.
Right. So I saw some talk about intrinsics, and Scott, we are tweaking intrinsics a little bit as part of this as well.
That's 100%. Yeah. So we did an audit of the intrinsic system. You really want to integrate the mechs into it, so we're looking at that. Steve really wants to take some of the Railjack functionality that we feel is maybe core or mandatory and move it out of behind the intrinsic wall. So I think it's going to be some shuffling, some combining, some like rejigging what the stats actually allow you to do. So some stat balancing, some removing functionality that we made you grind for, but maybe adding something back in the way of mechs. So there's some shuffling to be done there. So
Yes, I mean, for Orphix Venom to exist in Railjack, you're going to have to summon the mech within those things. So having it plop on in there is a...
You want to summon the mech on the Railjack,
yes.
though.
Yeah,
That's
well,
cool. That's
who
cool.
wouldn't?
Yeah.
I mean, it's there. We made it. I'm just saying.
It's more than sparks at that point, but yeah.
Exactly, it'll be exploding. But okay, as you know, we're doing one dev stream a month, and we're nearing the hour mark now, but we're not done this stream. So we are going to go a little over. And, you know, last year, I think we did about 16 dev streams if you include TennoCon. So if we go longer with less dev streams, we're probably going to hit the same amount of dev stream content. So just keep that in mind. And, you know, during COVID, it's just...
Someone's going to time you.
Yeah,
I know they are. So I'll just...
They're going to be like, no, you didn't make that.
Damn it, that's okay.
You spent 5 minutes on ass chaps. Sorry.
Yeah, so that didn't count. All right. So
I was right, damn it.
No. So some things we still haven't covered on the agenda. We haven't talked about Deluxe Skin Showcase yet. We haven't talked about Zephyr Redux. And we still have not talked... and stats
Yeah, we haven't done the stats yet.
That's not for you. Don't you worry. Let's
Thank
talk
God.
Deluxe. Let's talk... I'm waiting for Jeff to give me the sign if we're doing Zephyr Deluxe.
It's looking very unlikely, unfortunately.
Okay. That's
Poor
no problem.
Frederick, he's having hardware issues and his render is pooped out.
That's okay.
So-
We can make...
You could show Pajama Zephyr if we really wanted to, but...
You told me not to.
Yeah, you said probably not, but now it's the end of the stream where he said maybe by the end he might actually change his mind. And it sounds like he's changing his mind.
I don't know if that's the best first impression.
It's probably not, but what we'll do is we'll just do a little Zephyr chat right now. So I'm gonna pull up some things actually that players have never seen before. So it will be there will be some new stuff here for you, including talk about some tweaks we're making to Zephyr overall. So Zephyr, if you don't know, is getting a deluxe skin by Liger. You can see it here. It's very, very jet. It's so wonderful, and it will be ready to show in game probably maybe next week. We'll give you guys a little tease.
It's super close. Yeah,
it's super close.
Just hardware issues kind of hit us this morning.
So this is Zephyr Deluxe that's coming. You do not know though that in addition to Zephyr Deluxe, there's also Landing Craft Deluxe. So you'll be able to load into your missions to and from in this skin for your landing crafts, which we have some work in progress for you today to show as well. So this is a surprise.
I love this too much.
It's too
It's
good.
pretty rad.
Yeah.
I just love this too much.
Yeah.
Again, Liger designed this as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have some iterations of progress for this from the wonderful Kaz. So
Whoa,
this
Ship,
is
there we
the
go.
pigeon. That's cool.
some modeling for you. Now we got some texturing. So this is going to be something that you can get in the Zephyr Deluxe bundle that's also coming with update 30 Call of the Tempestari. So if you sort of put it all together, you got a lot coming in this next major update. So excellent.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So Zephyr Redux. This is some things we're doing just to revise Zephyr, to make Zephyr just shine a little bit more in light of all this awesome content. Actually, oh my god, this is the perfect time for me to show the UI too, but I'll do that after.
It is.
So Zephyr Redux, I'm just going to go through some notes here for everyone. So get out your pens and pencils.
Okay.
Everyone, pens, pencils, straws, LaCroix. Is the operator suit coming as well, Jeff, by the way? I saw chat asking.
Frederick is gonna be, I don't know if he knows, but he's gonna be jumping right onto it.
Okay.
Once his render's done.
Yeah, get this render done.
I want him,
Poor guy.
want him to get through his render and then,
All right, so Tailwind. The thoughts are that the hold mechanic, so you're holding to launch, doesn't work because standing still in Warframe is often quite dangerous. So we're going to be changing the hold mechanic from the beginning and instead make it so that the ability at any time while in the air, it'll suspend you like it does now, but drain energy any second. So you can be a bit more tactical with your existing movement and you can be suspended in air with Tailwind. And of course, we're going to increase the damage of dive bombs significantly because the time it takes to set up to reward you is just not there right now. So because you could, kill enemies more easily or by shooting, the dive bomb damage isn't there. We're just going to make Tailwind's dive bomb portion do more damage for your tactics. Airburst, we're going to lean on the pull mechanic. So if you don't know, when you tap or hold Airburst, you get two different options. One of them is a radial explosion. The other one's like a radial suck. And this time we're going to be leaning in more to the pull mechanic. We're going to have it synergize
More
with Tornado.
radial suck.
We want some radial suck. And the only change really is to turn it from an impulse into a short duration vortex, kind of like we did for Goss's augment, so the pull is more reliable. So we're making it more reliable. No changes to turbulence. Turbulence is great. If you don't believe in turbulence, test in the power of turbulence. And then for Tornado, the way we see it is, or I should say, this is some thoughts from Pablo. The main issue with Tornado is that it tends to spread enemies around. The pull is pretty tame, so sometimes it just tosses them too far. If you shoot an enemy, they'll kick them out of the Tornado. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to reduce the number of tornadoes to 3, so there's stronger tornadoes, and we're going to increase the pull. So we're going to make tornadoes just...
Or is that the suck?
I was going to say, increase the suck.
That's the suck. You're going to increase the suck.
They're going to suck harder.
Yeah, we're going to make the tornadoes suck harder. I think that's important.
Okay, and then for the passive, we are going to keep what she has for the low gravity, but we're also going to give her a crit chance while in the air, so that you can synergize your aerial dominance. So you're going to be using more airborne maneuvers, you're going to be in the air more, and you're going to be more critically inclined when you're in the air. So you got your low gravity, you're going to be using your tailwind to position yourself more strategically, you're going to be doing more critical damage in the air, and yeah, you'll be rocking it.
From above, death from above.
Death from above, exactly. So without further ado, as part of the Zephyr Deluxe as well, so not only do you have, actually there's really a lot, not only do you have, what was that?
I don't know. Looks like Scott looks pretty innocent.
My desk is falling apart.
I guess. There's Zephyr Deluxe Landing Craft, Operator Suit, Zephyr Deluxe UI, and we're doing Zephyr Deluxe animations as well, which are...
Oh, you should show those. Why don't you show those?
But should I show them on Pajama Zephyr, or is that forbidden?
You can put them on Wraith. You didn't even really show Wraith animations, did you?
Well, I'll just show them on default Zephyr so people can see it in context. All right, so this is the Zephyr Deluxe Noble animations. So what you're seeing here is, oh, actually, you know what? They're really awesome. They're super fun. The team did such a good job making this so much flavor and character. So these will also be coming with Zephyr Deluxe.
Yep. Pretty extensive kit coming with that Deluxe.
Yeah, the countdown's so good. So, time, Rebecca, time. What's time?
Oh,
why are people saying time?
I don't know.
It's 3.
Oh, it's 3. We are going longer. There you go. So, right. I guess we'll do
Success.
Oh, I think they're starting to time you now, I think is what they're saying.
Oh, okay. As you can see,
that's
Zephyr Deluxe, you'll be seeing this any second now, is quite the acrobat.
So good.
Yeah. So we have lots to look forward to if you're a fan of Zephyr. We have all of this again coming in Update 30. The tweaks and reworks should also make it, but we'll let you know if that's not the case. Those tweaks and everything should be coming, but if not, again, we'll let you know, but at least you know what we have planned. So, oh my gosh. So that's Zephyr in a nutshell. Let's go on to other Deluxes. We said Deluxe Showcase, so we ought to give a Deluxe Showcase, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know.
Jeff seems, are you...
You made the slide, though.
To
You
say
can see
the
the-
Ember Deluxe that Debbie originally presented
Ember
to us.
Deluxe,
Our 1,000 Platinum prize is Feral Forlorn. So Feral Forlorn, you have won 1,000 Platinum.
okay, 1,000 platinum.
Our goodbyes. You know, Tenno.
Yeah, let's
Thank
say
you so much
goodbye.
for watching. As you have seen,
Become
if
here.
you're looking for Warframe in February, you can find yourself with Intermission 3.
Yeah,
Star
I'm here
Days,
too with them.
Lunar New Year content, as well as Octavia Prime's release. So that's all coming to you in February. We anticipate Update 30, Call of the Tempestari, to release at its earliest in March. So
it's
if you're
March.
waiting for that, we'll see you in March. Don't worry about, anything until then. And if you do find yourself inclined to get the February content, we welcome you to, join us in
Who
February.
could miss out on those wings? I mean, come on.
True.
Who could miss out on the wings? The wings might not be for everyone, and if they're not, that's okay. We are mostly...
If you're not into wings, we got a unicycle coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that basically is...
Sheldon
From the
juggling on a
unicycle.
unicycle, basically.
I like that.
Well, that's a bow on it. I don't know if you have any closing remarks, anything in chat catch your eye that you wanted to talk about?
No, we're okay.
No.
They're just
This was great.
spamming.
This was great.
Yep.
We missed you
Just
guys. It was great.
stab,
It was
stab,
great.
stab,
It was
stab.
great to. Yeah, it was great to kind of hang out.
Happy 2021.
Yeah, it's
time
weird
in
that this-
hands,
yeah.
and love you all.
Yeah.
Weird that this is a new year.
Yeah.
Like we're all just
Yeah.
stuck in a tunnel.
Okay,
right now.
let's stay with the love you all. So that's it. We look for the update with the new Warframe and stuff. And yeah, the new Octavia is coming on the 23rd, and the ticker is coming on the 11th February with the kind of Valentine's content. And this is it. I hope you people find this useful. Keep helping us as you can, just by pressing a button. It don't cost us anything, just press that button and you help us a lot. And that's gonna be it. Bye bye, see you in the next one. I am out of here. Peace out.
Oh, like, subscribe, and share.
We Die Hard Productions.
Reprendre votre thérapie, d'aller en partie.